Hey, Rod here, thanks for joining me. I'm going to show you the modifications that I made to my Pelican Ice Fishing Snow Trek 60 sled. I use it for ice fishing and winter camping. There isn't ice on the lakes yet, but hopefully in 3 or 4 weeks it'll be thick enough to start doing stuff. So the first thing I did was I added rails to the bottom. You probably don't really need them for a sled that you're pulling by hand, but it just stops the sled from, I guess, prematurely wearing out, because this plastic isn't particularly thick, and these things, they are thick, they're hard, and they are replaceable. And this runner kit, the runner kit for the Trek 60, was only like $40 on Amazon. And the way that you install them is you first put these screws in at the front, and then you need a heat gun or something to bend it, and then from the top you'll mount, I think it's 5 screws, but when I turn it over I will show you. And you can see the bottom of my ram track mount and the bottom of my eye bolts. And I have another ram track mount here. And I've drilled holes and I put thick paracord through. So let's turn this over. Okay. So I built myself a harness with a kit that I ordered off of Amazon. And when I first started using the sled, I was just using this paracord, but around the shoulders, when you have a bit of weight, it's fairly painful. So I got the thicker straps. I've attached it with eye bolts. So I drilled a hole, I've got the eye bolt, I've got a large washer, and on the bottom I've got another large washer. Then I've got a nut and then a wing nut, just like I have there. So I use these Scotty mounts to attach my GoPros to the sled. Now what I've done is, to secure my cargo, I've drilled holes all along the sled, and I've interwoven paracord, and I put a few carabiners around the side, and right here is the end of the paracord on the side, but the extra length that I have, I use it for lashing, so I'll lash across. What I do is, when this is full of gear, I'll put a tarp over the top of it, and then I'll lash it down. So this Pelican Trek 60, it's 60 inches long, which is 5 feet. Oh yeah, you can see here where see the tracks, or the screws come from the top into the bottom. These screws at the front, or bolts, they go right through, and they've also got a mounting point on the other side. But all these ones in the back, these are just self-tapping screws. So it goes right in. Now these sleds, they've already got spots marked for if you do mount the tracks. So it's just a matter of drilling the small holes and then using the self-tapping screws. Now one thing I did do, which I didn't do last year when I used this sled, was after I mounted these rails, I sprayed it with a ceramic spray coating. This is the same type of stuff that you would use on your car, and apparently it just adds a little bit of strength, and it's just one extra layer of protection. Well, I think that's about it. I'll show you some pictures of me using it last winter.
Well, there's my sled all wrapped up. I got the tarp on top and I've just got it lashed down. And then I've also got bungee cords for my camera. The reason I use bungee cords is that way you can get the camera on and off really easily.